Being conceived from both light and dark magic was an imprisonment from which there was no escape. It was also the bane of Medea de Bar's existence. Even with the darkness that often filled her heart, Medea decided she wouldn't wish this life on anyone. No one, no matter how evil they were, deserved what she had been living through. It felt like being trapped in her own body. Hatred, jealousy, and extreme rage often reared up, seeded in her from her late mother. It consumed her to the point that there was nothing she could do to stop it. The darkness that filled her was sometimes so strong that she even frightened herself. However, along with this great grief also came a gift, a light at the end of the tunnel. Darkness made up only half of Medea. In her was also embedded the spark of goodness from her father. That light sometimes shone so brightly that it somehow managed to push the darkness aside. There was a constant battle taking place inside Medea, one side winning over the other, and then back the other way again. Medea felt like naught but a bystander, as she was not in control at all. At 20 years of age now, Medea realized she was no longer a child, but a woman like her sisters, Rapunzel and Cinderella. She was a lot like all of her 7 half-siblings, she supposed. The only difference being that she didn't grow up with them around, and because of this it made her feel empty and lonely. Loneliness was something that frightened Medea more than anything else. Sitting back on her throne in Tanglewood Castle, she threw her feet over the arm of the chair, even though she wore a gown and it wasn't proper or ladylike to act this way. Nay, she didn't care what others thought of her, even if she was a queen now, since her mother was dead and she'd inherited the title. She actually didn't care about anything anymore. All she wanted was to be happy, and needed to find a way to do just that. Yanking the crown off her head, Medea studied it, running her finger over the jewels embedded into the golden circlet. Gemstones, coins, gold, wealth. These things seemed to make most people happy. Then again, Medea wasn't like most people. Nay, she didn't want these riches, or even cared about them at all. This crown had once belonged to the rulers of Tanglewood, before her mother seized the castle, making it her own. Hecuba's victory was accomplished at the price of others' lives. It hadn't been a fair fight, it never was. The poor departed souls never had a chance against Hecuba's use of dark magic. Medea had inherited that same dark magic from her mother, but hers wasn't yet as developed as it could be. With no one there to teach her or guide her, she didn't know what to expect.